I'm a threat. Yeah, fuck you mean? Bitch, I made you.
Ooh, child. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Do not eat hot Cheetos before you go to sleep. I'm gonna be honest. You gonna be shitting your ass off, nigga. Oh my gosh, in the morning, bro. I'm telling you, bro, my booty hole, bro, it hurt. Bro, pause though. But niggas, I'm just trying to save y'all from having to experience shit like this. Bro, I just dropped a bomb in that bitch, bro. God damn, bro. Holy shit. Literally, bro. Home Alone reacts. Home Alone reacts. I ain't gonna lie, did we hit 11K? Ah, we did. Damn. Shout out to y'all niggas. Y'all niggas is the greatest on everything that I love. Let's keep this shit motherfucking going. So, today, every perfect performance in football history. Come on, nigga. I have to see this. I better see Messi in this bitch at least 3 times. Who else gonna be on this hoe? I already know Ronaldo on here. For sure. Mbappe probably gonna be on here for that 2018 performance probably. Yeah, I mean shit. I feel like it's gonna be a good video. I ain't gonna lie. This shit just dropped too. So follow my IG at Thank You Zaire. Follow my Twitch at Thank You Zaire. Man, it feel good, man. It feel good to be on here right now. I don't know why. It just feel good. I'm in good spirits right now. Let's go. The sun out. That's why, nigga. That's why.
L'Équipe magazine in France is one of the most respected football magazines in the entire world. And for decades, they've rated football players week in, week out for their match performances. But since the year 2000, only 17 football players have achieved a perfect 10 out of 10 score. But what do these players...
So he getting this from the magazine that rate them a 7. I mean that rate them a 10 out of 10. Okay, so it's not his opinionated shit. Okay.
Have to do to get that perfect
I like that.
10. How impressive were these performances actually? And did L'Équipe get their ratings right? Well, starting with the first performance in this list, it took L'Équipe 10 years.
Of course, nigga.
Perfect 10 out of 10 after the year 2000. Their critics
of course, nigga.
That even Zidane's legendary World Cup.
The first nigga is Messi, my nigga. The first one. Damn. He said it took him 10 years to give somebody a 10 out of 10. That's crazy.
Still, Gerrard's heroics in the 2005
So this must be some harsh ratings.
And Ronaldinho's 2005 El Clasico brilliance were overlooked. But when Lionel Messi tore apart Arsenal in the 2010 Champions League quarterfinal second leg, the French newspaper couldn't have given the Argentines anything other than a 10. The Gunners arrived at the Camp Nou thinking they had a fighting chance after earning a 2-2 draw in the first leg, but returned to London utterly humiliated. Arsenal went to goal ahead on the night, taking the aggregate score to 3-2. With Barcelona facing a shock early elimination, Messi delivered one of his greatest performances of all time. Leo leveled the tie with a banger from outside the box after 21 minutes before latching onto a loose ball and producing a cool finish to send Barca 4-3 up before halftime. Guardiola's side
this is in the second leg.
Another Champions League semifinal.
So damn near comeback, but they was only down 1.
Wasn't ready yet. The eventual 8-time Ballon d'Or winner bagged his hat-trick by chipping Almunia.
Damn, he got that bitch 8 times? Fuck. Okay, if I knew that, I wouldn't have picked Ronaldo last time in that last video. God damn.
Time by sticking it through his legs. Messi's performance
but look how that ball traveled though.
Arsene Wenger claimed, Messi is like a PlayStation player. He can punish any mistake, make a difference at any moment. And
this nigga said PlayStation, bro. I'm telling y'all gotta hop off that Xbox shit, bro. If you got the old ass coach saying PlayStation player, oh my goodness. This nigga really called him a video game character. Like, this nigga is not a real life dude. They literally made the character after this nigga. Like, bro.
2 years later, Leo earned another 10 out of 10 rating from L'Équipe.
He got 2 already. Okay, hold on. I might see this bitch in here 3 times. Wait, I didn't mean to call you a bitch, Messi. It's just how I talk.
Arguably the Argentines' greatest ever season, as he'd go on to score 91 goals over the calendar year. Incredibly, he'd scored 5 of them against the German Champions League opposition.
91 goals in a year?
Camp Nou hall was reminiscent of his 4-goal evening against Arsenal a couple of years earlier.
Damn,
he
bro,
chipped Leverkusen
small as
keeper
fuck.
Ben Leno twice, smashed one in from outside the box, and produced 2 neat finishes from close range. Messi was evolving into a football.
Was that 3? He had a hat trick already?
The freedom of a blissful kid in the playground as he danced past international footballers in front of 98,000 mesmerized Barcelona supporters.
Damn, so he got a 10 out of 10 in 2010 and a 10 out of 10 in 2012. This motherfucker must have been tearing the league up, nigga.
And the World Cup, the 2012 evening against Leverkusen would be the final time the Argentine would receive a perfect 10 from L'Équipe. But if in his entire career he was unable to
that was the last
another
time he did it. Fuck, bro. I almost seen him in here 3 times. But 2 times off the rip, Come on, that's kind of crazy.
Big score, despite some truly amazing performances, what exactly could any other player do to get that rating? Well, Robert Lewandowski had
My
something
nigga
to say
Lee
about it
win.
in 2013 as Borussia Dortmund faced Real Madrid in the Champions League semi-final. Los Blancos
He got it the
had
next year.
Ronaldo, Alonso, and Özil in their star-studded team, and earning a place in the tournament's
Damn,
final
nigga,
appeared
that team was
straightforward
stupid.
until they
The
met
fuck?
Lewandowski. The Polish striker played like a man possessed as Klopp's Dortmund chased Madrid off the hallowed Signal Iduna Park turf. The forward scored his
What
first
team
by
is this?
latching
Is
onto
this
a
Bumblebee
cross with a
Stripe shit,
volley,
bro?
added another through a smart turn and finished past Diego Lopez, and bagged his hat-trick with a striker's finish from 8 yards
Damn.
out. Madrid had already been humbled, but the future Barca star wanted to
I ain't gonna
bury
lie,
them.
bro.
He's
Lewandowski, you can't guard him, bro. I mean, like, bro, every time I see this nigga is scoring more than 2 goals. It's crazy. You can't guard this nigga, bro. Come on, bro. We need to have some conversations.
smashed home a 4th from the penalty spot.
Damn.
As Dortmund marched to Wembley
That's
for the
4
2013
goals. Oh,
Champions League
Dortmund.
final, concluding a 10 out of 10 display. Now, most of the players on this list are the big players you'd expect to get a 10
4
out of 10
goals got that
rating.
nigga a 10
But
out of
what
10.
about
So
a
he
player
didn't get a 10 out of 10 on that 5 goals in 9 minutes though. Come on, though. If that's not a 10 out of 10, what the fuck is then?
isn't considered as one of the greatest of all time? Well, 25-year-old midfielder Carlos Eduardo would be
Carlos
that player,
Eduardo?
because back in 2014, after an uninspiring spell with FC Porto, the Brazilian was loaned out to Ligue 1 club Nice, where he started the season
Nice.
with just 1 goal in the opening 5 matches. So,
Damn.
what on earth did Eduardo eat for breakfast on the morning of his
Man, that nigga was eating drugs and cocaine, boy. As soon as you see a nigga do some crazy ass shit when he not supposed to, we need the drug test, please.
5-goal display
Yes.
against Wigan in 2014.
He was on something.
His performance was so mesmerizing, it was as if he possessed the finishing of countryman Ronaldo Nazario, the power of Roberto Carlos, and the coolness of Kaká all at once.
Kaká,
Eduardo's
my
first
guy.
goal was a 30-yard bending free
Damn.
kick. His second
Oh my
was an
shit.
intricate finish from inside the box. After 34 minutes, he completed an
Damn.
unexpected hat-trick with
Guard
a
the
close-range
nigga.
volley. The uncapped Brazil star made
No way
2
he
more
scored again.
clinical finishes that afternoon,
Good assist.
appearing like a composed striker who scores 30 goals every season.
Yo, what
Yet
the
it
fuck?
turned out to be a one-off. Eduardo only scored 4 goals in the remaining 23.
I told you, drug test that nigga, please. As soon as a nigga have a great ass game when he not supposed to, we need the drug test. That nigga got 4 goals in the next 23 matches, bro.
League 1 games of 14-15,
Damn.
but he'll still always be remembered as one of the few players to be awarded a 10 out of 10 rating from L'Equipe. Eduardo truly sits alongside football.
That
and
is some
royalty because it took the French people
that's some nice praise though. A 10 out of 10 when not a lot of niggas get 10 out of 10, that's still a lot of praise. I'll brag about that all day, nigga.
for 4 years to hand out another 10 out of 10 rating, this time for a better-known
4
Brazilian
years?
sensation, Neymar Jr. The former
Neymar,
Barca man
my
lit up
nigga.
League 1 during 17-18, producing 44 goal involvements in 30 matches for Paris Saint-Germain. But Neymar Jr. saved his most mesmerizing evening for a
40?
home clash with
Damn.
Dijon, bagging 4 goals. Stats rarely do Neymar's grace justice, and his display during the 8-0 drubbing of Dijon is no exception. The winger played
Holy
like an artist
shit,
with
nigga. If you getting popped 8-0, bro, how are you even in the major leagues, my nigga? Dead ass. You getting popped 8-0? That is crazy, bro. That's like, I don't even, you know what? That's wild.
each involvement showing unrivaled finesse. Neymar's first key moment was an
Boom.
assist for Di Maria. He intricately
Di
chipped
Maria.
the ball over the keeper to the fellow South American, who
Damn.
tapped the ball home to make it 1-0.
Hey!
Then Neymar got his name on the score sheet with a well-placed free kick from 25 yards. He was clearly feeling himself more than usual that night because he celebrated by dancing with his glove balanced on his head. Neymar added another from a
Niggas just be doing shit. That also deserve a drug test, bro. I mean, like, bro.
finish, a third from a
Yo!
solo that could have won a Puskás, and
Damn!
a final goal from the penalty spot. The Brazilian was mustered,
How many
and
he had?
Dijon were toast. But it would be another year before L'Equipe's elusive perfect score appeared again. This time,
That
not
nigga
in
had like
France,
4
but on one
goals,
of
nigga.
European
He was
football's
torching them
biggest
niggas.
stages. A young Ajax
Dusan,
team
Tadic?
traveled to Real Madrid's Bernabeu Stadium in the Champions League without many expecting the
What
Dutch
year is
side
this?
to snatch Real Madrid of European football's
2019?
biggest stages. A young Ajax team
Ooh.
traveled to Real Madrid's Bernabeu Stadium in the Champions League without many expecting the Dutch side to snatch a result. Madrid had won the last 16 first leg, and few doubted they'd progress to the quarters. But, like Dortmund 6 years earlier, Ajax had a star player who'd do more than level the playing field, and this man
It's these
was
9s and
Dusan
10s,
Tadic.
bro.
The Serbian forward scored once and assisted
That nigga
twice
is riding
as
that nigga back,
Ajax
bro.
pulled off a shock 4-1 victory over Los Blancos, with Tadic embodying
Benzema, I forgot about him. Y'all haven't been saying nothing about Benzema. What happened to Benzema? That was like when I first started. Niggas was like, why Benzema?
European Cup winners wowed with. Among the former Southampton forward's most impressive moments came after 18 minutes when a 360-degree spin and ball unlocked David Neres, who tapped the ball past the keeper to make it 2-0 on the night. After 63 minutes, Tadic added a third.
Oh shit! That's what two niggas on him though.
On the edge of the box again,
that's a good shot. Crazy
The
contest.
net to kickstart Ajax's knockout stage 1 to the semis.
Damn.
The side pulled off another shock victory in the quarters, beating Cristiano Ronaldo's Juventus and faced Spurs in the semis. Ajax's array of young talents
he beat Spurs
in the first leg with a 1-0 victory, and they'd extend their aggregate lead to 3-0 by the 35th minute of the second leg.
Spurs just be letting niggas do anything to them. I ain't gonna lie. Them niggas be getting popped every time I see their name come up, man. Man, a nigga had a 10 out of 10 score on them niggas. That is crazy. You know how mad I'd be if I was on this Spurs team?
Spurs were among Europe's most exciting teams at the time, being beaten so convincingly by Dutch opposition.
That was one of the most exciting teams.
Unthinkable. The North London club desperately needed a star to save the day. Heads turned to Heung-min Son, Dele Alli, and Christian Eriksen, but the star-studded trio looked shell-shocked. But nobody would have expected Brazilian winger Lucas Moura to be the man who would drag Spurs from the brink of elimination to victory. But that's exactly what he did when he earned his 10 out of 10 rating from Lecky.
Okay. Shout out Moura, Luca. Yeah, shout out you, bro. You did it. You number one. Hey,
goals in the 55th
shout out, bro.
59th minutes to put Ajax under pressure. Despite the pressure, the Amsterdam
this is the first time I'm hearing the Spurs actually win.
Set to confirm a place in the Champions League final.
Damn.
Stoppage time.
That was kind of like fire though, like hitting that pole. I feel like that's more impressive than actually getting it inside the goal. That was
wrong. And looks set to confirm a place in the Champions League final until stoppage
that was
time.
Like straight
and
on.
in just about the final kick of the game, Moura latched onto a loose ball on the edge of Ajax's box and rolled it past Onana.
Oh shit!
One of the greatest Champions League comebacks of all time.
Hold on, nigga. That ain't no regular shot.
Edge of Ajax's box and rolled it past
Onana. He had to get it past the 4 nigga. This 4 nigga was getting there. This nigga was just ass. I ain't gonna lie. This nigga like 20 speed. And damn, right past the goalie too. The goalie ain't even see that ball coming. Hey, that was a good ass shot. 2-7.
And pull off one of the greatest Champions League
Lucas
comebacks
Moura
of all time.
Shout out you, bro.
If you can single-handedly take a team more renowned for bottling,
hey, you gotta stop fucking with these bald head ass niggas, bro. That nigga got more forehead than fucking head, my nigga.
There's no doubt that you're
gotta stop doing it. Look at this nigga.
10 rating. Unsurprisingly, Tottenham were unable to win the Champions League final against Liverpool, and it wouldn't be long before.
Wait, why this nigga say unsurprisingly though? Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm not really a Spurs fan like that no more, bro. But like, I still had a history with them, bro. You can't be disrespecting niggas like that, all right?
Crisis talks bubbled in North London. They were no
I ain't like that at all.
Europe's elite sides, and that was confirmed when former gunner Serge Gnabry came to town with Bayern in the following season's Champions League. The Bavarians were furious and charged their way to a 7-2 victory, but this scoreline might have been slightly more respectable had the German winger not been on the pitch. He struck 4 times as Bayern Munich announced themselves as genuine Champions League contenders. They'd go on to win the tournament later that season, and the confidence Gnabry inspired in them was critical. He dribbled 30 yards and smashed home his first goal of the night before completing 3 more smart finishes to wrap up.
Why is this nigga hitting fadeaways on us, bro? I'm over here saying us like I'm still a fan, but like, damn, why is this nigga hitting fadeaways on these niggas? Niggas start doing anything against the Spurs, I guess. This is damn near the end of the game. Bro, there's 3 minutes left. It's 6-2, bro. Just chill. Take this nigga out the game.
7-2 win. L'Equipe must have had a different editorial team in 2019 because after giving out 3 10 out of 10 ratings during the final year of the 2010s,
so you telling me the Spurs got 2 niggas that got 10 out of 10s on them? That is fucking crazy. That's and y'all had me rooting for that team. That's crazy. Y'all was just gonna let me do that. I know I picked it. I know I did. Okay, I know I did. But damn, bro. Y'all was supposed to steer me in a different direction.
2021 to award another. Lewandowski had an insane season and produced
My nigga
multiple
Mbappe.
4-goal displays, but was overlooked by the French publication. Yet when their nation's star attacker Kylian Mbappe found the back of the net 4 times during an 8-0 win against Kazakhstan,
Holy
it was
shit,
impossible for
Kazakhstan.
Lewandowski to ignore his brilliance.
8-0.
The electric forward opened his account after 5 minutes, producing a finish for 15 yards.
Ooh!
That he made look effortless.
What the fuck?
Mbappe poked home a second after 12
How he
minutes.
turn his heel like that? See, that's crazy. I ain't never seen no shot like this. This is new to me.
For 15 yards that he made.
Look how he twisted that. That's fucking crazy, bro. That's disgusting, nigga. He did this with full force too, bro. Imagine this nigga shit just snapped this way. It would've been raps, bro. How do you do this? That is elite.
Effortless. Mbappe poked home a second after 12 minutes and secured his
Damn.
hat-trick with a header after half an hour.
Holy
his final
shit.
goal demonstrated the Frenchman's pace and movement as an intelligent
This is 10 out of
off-ball
10.
run gave Mbappe space to find the back of the net for a 4th time that evening.
That's
But
10
while
out
the
of 10.
attacker's
4
performance
goals. He
was
had half the
mesmerizing,
goals for these
does it
niggas.
really deserve to be considered among the greatest individual displays of the 21st century? After all, Kazakhstan is hardly a footballing superpower.
What? He don't think that's a 10 out of 10? I mean, I get it. It's probably Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan probably some dog shit. But, bro, I mean, 4 goals. That nigga was doing all types of bullshit with his legs. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That looked like a 10 out of 10. And this was, what year was this? Like 2019 or something? Or 20 something?
Yet, given that Mbappe is clearly capable of humiliating lesser opponents, stopping the PSG forward from tearing your team apart is impressive. That's what non-goalkeeper Alban Lafont did in 2022
Lafont.
when his expert shot stopping helped his team to an unlikely 3-1 victory over the Parisians. PSG lined up with a star-studded attack of Neymar, Mbappe, and
3-1?
Messi,
Oh,
each of whom seemed
shit.
as determined as ever
This
to get
one nigga beat these 3 niggas? Oh, shit. We gotta look into this nigga. Hold
on
on.
the score sheet. The Ligue 1 dominators created an XG 3.93 and made 9 shots on goal during the match, but
Damn.
Lafont's heroics ensured PSG
Holy
only
shit.
found the back of the net on a solitary occasion. The keeper saved a penalty from Neymar and stopped close-range efforts from Messi
Holy
and Mbappe.
shit. Hold on,
to
they
secure
keeper.
his team
Oh,
a
this is
vital
Lafont.
3 points
Okay.
as they moved away from the
That
relegation
nigga was
zone.
torching. I ain't gonna lie. I was about to say that this fucking keeper is doing his damn thing. We might have to look into Lafont, bro. That motherfucker was blocking shots left and right.
Arguably, no goalkeepers in the world stand a chance when Erling Haaland is on form.
There's just no way they got 3 niggas that scored 10 out of 10s on them, bro. Just no way. Yo, this team, the laughing stock. Holy shit, Spurs. Oh my goodness. Y'all nothing like San Antonio. Is it kind of bad that I still want to root for these niggas, bro?
And when the Norwegian arrived in the Premier League during the summer of 2022, he took his game to another level. Haaland found the back of the net on 11 occasions in his opening 9 Premier League fixtures, but he saved his most devastating display for the Manchester Derby in October. The summer arrival showed his aerial strength
bro,
by
what I tell
scoring
y'all
a header
about
after
October,
34
bro?
minutes to make the score 2-0 before adding a second 3 minutes later with a lunging left-footed effort.
Damn.
They were up 3-0 on the Manchester rivals, but they'd become accustomed to routine victories over United and wanted to truly humiliate them. Haaland added
Come on,
City's
bro.
5th of the day with a
They
powerful
really the laughing
effort
stock of
from
the-
inside
of the-
box
of the-
after
of the
64
league.
minutes, and they'd go on to win the Derby 6-3 after taking their foot off the gas in the final stages of the game. The former Dortmund striker would end
At
the
least
season with
these
a
niggas
record
had some class, bro. That last nigga that was popping us, the Spurs was just kept going.
breaking 36 Premier League goals, and his clinical display in the Manchester Derby was ranked as his most impressive domestic display by L'Equipe.
For
That
real?
doesn't mean Haaland was quite in the Champions League, though, but we'll get to that later. Because before the Norwegian dominated Europe with City, the 22-23 club season paused for the World Cup. And Brazil were among the
Hey.
favorites to win the tournament with a lethal front line featuring Neymar, Vinicius Jr., and Rafinha looked set to
Damn.
bulldoze Croatia in the quarterfinals. But the
my nigga
overachieving
Modric?
Balkan nation is no stranger to causing an upset, particularly when Luka Modric is pulling the strings. Yet it wasn't the 2018 Ballon d'Or winner who'd steal the headlines on this occasion, but goalkeeper Dominik Livakovic.
Dominik
The then
Livakovic.
27-year-old
Ooh,
goalkeeper played
that's a
87
hard-ass
during
name.
normal time, preventing numerous efforts from inside the box and prompting the commentator to dub Livakovic as the Croatian Wall.
Oh,
After
shit.
inspiring his team to a 1-all
I ain't gonna lie.
draw
Whenever the
after extra time,
goalie's wearing green, they motherfucker lock in. I don't know what's about it, but whenever the goalie is wearing green, they be locking in like a motherfucker, bro. No cap.
The stopper saved a penalty from Rodrigo as Croatia advanced to the World Cup semis.
Hey, I fuck with Croatia jerseys though.
Display during the 21st century that was more impressive than Livakovic's against Brazil, and neither could L'Equipe, which awarded the stopper a 10 out of 10 rating.
Damn.
But back in club football, Guardiola's
My
Man
nigga De
City
Bruyne
took their game up another notch, and Haaland was the driving force behind it all. City met German side RB Leipzig.
He got another one?
Should have been a nervy Champions League last 16 match, but the 6'5"
He got another one?
the Bundesliga side away with 5 goals.
Hey, that's hard, nigga. Only Messi got 2. Messi got 2 and Haaland got 2. Come
in the
on.
space of 35 minutes as City
Hey.
smashed Leipzig 7-0. Haaland became
7-0?
only the third player after Lionel Messi and Luis Adriano to score 5 goals in a single Champions League game, making a 10 out of 10 rating for L'Equipe almost inevitable. The Norwegian opened the
Boom.
scoring with a penalty before bagging a header a few minutes later. Haaland scored 3 more close-range finishes to complete
Damn.
his 5-goal haul. His
Damn.
performance was less artistic and technically beautiful than that of other players who achieved 10 out of 10 ratings from
Man,
the
that
French
don't mean
publication.
shit, bro. 5 goals is 5 goals, nigga. I think automatically, if you're getting 5 goals, that either gotta be a 9 or a 10 out of 10. 5 goals? Come on, my nigga. No one man should be doing that to your team, bro.
But the ruthless and clinical nature of Haaland made him impossible to handle. City would go on to win its first Champions League
Damn,
trophy
ain't they
later
won
that
the
season,
Champ
with Haaland
League.
netting on 12 occasions. But L'Equipe's only 10 out of 10 rating
Ademola
for a
and
Europa League
Lookman?
display
Oh, Ademola,
came the
Lookman.
following season as Atalanta met Bayer Leverkusen in the 2024 final. Xabi Alonso.
So do they give one like? Oh no, they don't give one every year. Damn, they just been giving them out. I ain't gonna lie, shit. The last, like, there was one 2022, 2023, 24, and 25. No, not 25. So this is 2024. So they gave one out like the last 3 years? Did they give one in 2023? 2022? Yeah, they did. 2022. And I think they gave one 23 and 24.
Lifted
I'm pretty
an
sure.
unbeaten Bundesliga
I forgot,
title
though. I'm
and
not
were
gonna lie.
considered strong favorites to beat their Italian opposition in the final. But English-born forward Ademola Lookman was not unsettled by Florian Wirtz and company as he stole the headlines, producing an incredible hat-trick and lifting the trophy for Atalanta. In
Damn.
doing so, he became the first player to bag a hat-trick in a Europa League
God
final.
damn, that
His
nigga
finishes
small as fuck. Shit.
were truly spectacular. The former Everton striker's opening goal was a tap-in from just outside the 6-yard box, sparking jubilant
That nigga
celebrations
little
from
Speedy
the
Gonzalez,
Atalanta
he hella
faithful.
small though. He
Lookman's
look like a
second
rat.
strike saw him
Not in the
jostle with
face,
ball,
you know,
beat a defender,
just
and
amongst
power
these
the
niggas.
ball into the net from range. Suddenly, the underdogs had one hand on their first European silverware. He completed his hat-trick and confirmed Atalanta's historic victory by receiving
Hey
the
man,
ball
this is the
just
most
outside
white people have ever cheered for a black man in Europe, my nigga. I'm sorry. That I just had to. I'm not gonna lie.
the box, pulling off a devastating step over to bamboozle the defender.
Oh,
and
froze that
smash the
nigga.
ball into the Leverkusen
Bitch ass
net.
nigga, you can't guard me.
Arguably the greatest European final performance of the 21st century, and the dream performance is
Got that nigga a 10 out of 10?
of a 10 out of 10 rating. But
Shit.
now for the third goalkeeper on this list, it seems like L'Equipe ranks goalkeeping heroics against PSG as highly as 3, 4, and 5 goal hauls in European competitions, and Auxerre stopper Donovan Leon became the next
Leon,
goalkeeper to
2024.
receive a 10
Damn,
out of
I'm telling you, dude, they giving them out. They giving them out, bro, every year.
10 rating for keeping the Parisians at bay. The then
They
32-year-old
for
stopper
sure
made
giving them out.
11 saves against the league leaders to earn his newly promoted side an unlikely 0-0 draw against the likes of Ousmane Dembélé,
He had
Bradley
11
Barcola, and
saves,
Desiree
though?
Doué. His goalkeeping heroics are even more impressive when you consider the heights that the PSG team would reach during the 24-25 season because they lifted Ligue 1 and Champions League titles later that campaign.
Damn.
PSG were devastating in the Champions League, beating Man City, Liverpool, and Arsenal.
Damn,
on
so
their
this
way
is
to
one
the
of the
final.
top teams.
And incredibly, the Paris club didn't peak until the finale because they thrashed Italian outfit Inter Milan 5-0, where one
Shit.
young man picked up a 10 out of 10 rating for the performance. It was a record-breaking Champions League final victory as PSG passed the ball from side to side as if they were Pride Barcelona, and their star man was
Damn,
undoubtedly
he ain't even talking about the nigga that was being goalie. Shit, the fuck? All he said, the nigga had 11 saves. All right, next, Desire. Desire though. That's a fire ass name too.
Young French winger.
And this is 2025, the next year.
With the likes of Ousmane Dembélé and Bradley Barcola in PSG's attacking line, Doué had to be patient to receive consistent minutes in key matches during 24-25, but he snuck into the starting 11 for the final against Inter and made an instant impact. He made his first contribution of the evening by turning elegantly inside the box and squaring the ball to Hakimi, who tapped the ball into the empty net. Doué had all but sealed PSG's first Champions League triumph inside 20 minutes as he received the ball on the edge of the box and powered the ball past the helpless Inter Milan stopper. However, European finals rarely unravel and turn into a thrashing at this point, but the brilliant teenage winger had other ideas.
How old was
he produced audacious skill moves like PSG's last great winger Neymar.
Oh, that's Neymar. I'm about to say, ain't no way he doing it like Neymar though.
To make all important goal-scoring contributions. Doué scored PSG's third after 62 minutes. All but destroying any chance of an Inter comeback. It was one of the greatest Champions League performances of all time, and undoubtedly the best teenage display in the finals history. L'Équipe rated a handful of players 8 out of 10, but Doué was head and shoulders above every player on the pitch that night and earned his 10 out of 10 rating without much disagreement.
Hey, that's
another
hard.
PSG player received a perfect
another one.
French publication.
Okay, I feel like niggas just. There's no way. Because at first they went from 10 years to 4 years, and now it's just every year. It's an every year thing. Like they have to give a 10 out of 10 to somebody. I feel like they gotta be more harsher on that shit, bro. Because ain't no way. Are these really all 10 out of 10s? Y'all know I don't really know context for real. Y'all gotta let me know.
As the Parisians tore apart.
What y'all think about these?
Portuguese midfielder João Neves was instrumental in the drubbing, scoring 3 times. Whenever a midfielder bags a hat trick, it's likely to catch some headlines. But it was the nature of Neves' 3-goal haul that earned him a 10 out of 10 rating from L'Équipe. The PSG star's first was an overhead kick where he juggled the ball twice before slamming it over his.
Okay, hold on. He making a case for 10 out of 10. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I just seen that. It's just a random thought that popped up in my head. I just seen that. What's it called? El Clasico matchup on Sunday. Super Copa. Real Madrid and Barcelona. So we're gonna watch that live probably. Most likely.
His head as if he were messing around on the playground. 6 minutes later, he hit an even more extraordinary.
All right, nigga, come on now. Now he just doing hat tricks and fucking bicycle kicks on this team for no reason. I ain't gonna lie. If I'm this team, bro, what the fuck are y'all doing? This nigga just hit 2 back-to-back bicycle kicks on y'all niggas.
This time controlling the ball with his chest.
Some shit need to be fixed.
12 yards. But the Champions League winning midfielder's skill set extends far beyond overhead kicks, as he proved when he completed his hat-trick with a powerful finish outside the box. It was arguably the greatest hat-trick scored during the 21st century, with each goal requiring an audacious level of technical skill. Now, with all the ratings.
But I ain't gonna lie, I feel like that's not a 10 out of 10, bro. The one before this for sure was a 10 out of 10. I mean, there was just sexy ass shots, of course. There was sexy ass shots. But did it really mean anything? I mean, yeah, they got the win, but like, was it? You feel me? I feel like that's like a 8 to 9. Probably a 9. No cap. Everybody get hat tricks, bro. Even though and obviously a hat trick needs to be recognized, but like, bro, that's just my opinion.
Out of the way, it does seem like L'Équipe's ratings might be slightly disproportionately weighted on Ligue 1 and PSG stars, but it is undeniable that the Paris club players who produce.
So he said that they only be giving the high ratings to PSG niggas and shit.
Unforgettable performances this century. But now the question is, do you agree with their list, or was there another?
Do y'all agree? Do y'all agree with these ratings? I feel like the only one I don't agree with is the last one. I'm gonna be honest. And shout out to bro. I know if you ever see this, bro, shout out to you. I'm not saying that the shots was like ass or nothing, that you didn't deserve it. But I am basically saying that I don't think that you really deserve that 10 out of 10 right there. I'm gonna be honest. There was sexy ass shots, beautiful shots, my nigga. But I feel like that 10 out of 10 is just being thrown around loosely, bro. I'm gonna be honest. That shit getting thrown out there. Come on, L'Équipe. We gotta fix our ratings a little bit. But hey, I love y'all niggas, man. Stay safe, be smooth, and go be as great as you can be in this life for real. Bitch ass nigga, I'm about to run up them bands. I think I like a bitch. She might be